cannot tahan too much ang moh jiak lah. After 2 or 3 days, I'm dying, and I just like Asian food. How I approached it was I wanted to reclaim my life before politics.
I remember you saying that you liked the zi cha, which was here previously. What was it that you liked about it?
Well, when we had Meet the People sessions, and they would buy this, so it was wrapped in the special leaf, the white leaf.
The opehyo, right?
Opehyo, and it's a special flavor. So that was very tasty. I used to joke with my other MPs because the newer estates don't have so many coffee shops, and I tell them that Toa Payoh, you throw a stone, you hit a coffee shop.
So just wondering if there's only one food that you can have for the rest of your life, what would that be?
It's noodles.
Oh,
some
noodles
kind of noodles.
person.
So I'm biased towards noodles, good noodles.
You are going to Australia. Is there any food in Australia that you look forward to?
All set up. Whenever I go to Australia, I know that the pho is there is very good. There are certain stalls that we used to go, even when I was in office, you know, I cannot tahan too much ang moh jiak lah.
Oh, is that right?
After 2 or 3 days, I'm dying, and I just like Asian food.
How has retirement actually been like for now? It's been more than a year?
Yeah, I'm in a good place. I keep my mind active. As I said, my 5 grandchildren absolutely like my wife and I, and we were very fortunate. Children allow us to go out with them, and we take them out quite often. I visited many of the attractions here, the zoos, the museums, the children playground.
I must show you something. It's actually a clip taken with Gan Kim Yong, DPM.
你会不会有哪一个瞬间觉得，哎呀，干脆我也退休这样？
人总是有这么想的，对吗？但是因为当前急务，还有很多工作要做啊，特别是黄永宏常常在social media 有很多他的照片，吃东西啊什么都好像很写意的。不过有时候我也拍一下我吃东西的照片。
加油 carry on. Please work for many more years. With the world and our trade and threats, I think as he says, he's very much needed, and we fully support him.
I don't think you're envious that you have an urge also to do something.
No urge. I wish him well, and please do more.
Okay. We notice that your selfie skills have actually improved. Is there anyone who guided you, or you get better along the way?
When I was in MINDEF, all my staff take pictures for me. So when you're alone, you just point and shoot. When I go out with my wife takes from me, so I apologize if the pictures don't match standards. I was out of office, I think it was SAF day. Suddenly I don't have any access to my MINDEF account or MINDEF staff, so I just logged on Google SAF crest and then took a screenshot and posted that. And it says, wow, now Minister of HCA must use screenshot. But they said it was authentic, you see. So you see? Wow,
Thank you so much.
Thank
yes,
you.
We will proceed to have the
We're done, right?
difficult questions.
Huh? What difficult questions? Already done, right? The mic is okay, is it?
Just now we had some casual talk. Now we will go into proper ones, the serious ones. You just had an award from Germany, and you are going to Australia to yet get another award. What does actually all this getting award mean to you and to the country?
I've been Defence Minister for 14 years, so I suppose I had the advantage of length to see that relationship come to fruition. We started developing these relationships because, one, we needed technological access. For France, we were using the Super Puma helicopters. When we needed new ships, at the time Teo Hen, our first frigate was produced by a French company. The agreement was that they will produce the first one, but the other subsequent 5 would be built locally. There was this transfer of technology. With Germany, it was a similar order. The Leopard tanks suited our needs, and we acquired Leopard tanks. They're happy with the bilateral relations as a result of my time in office. Remember that it's not possible for the minister to do everything, so this reflects MINDEF and the SAF.
So during your term as DM, you ever mentioned that you don't quite think there would be a war happening. But recently at the Nomura Investment Forum, you seem to have shifted your stand and said that, you cannot say the same. Maybe for the next generation, there could be war. So why such pessimism?
Previously, I thought, yes, there were tensions between the US and China, but the US was a stabilizing force. As I dealt with both US and China, my conclusion is that neither wanted war, but it's changed. And the biggest change is the change in US trade and foreign policy. Now, trade is weaponized. Supply chains are weaponized. And because of that, the systemic risks have gone up.
You also used to quote Churchill that to jaw is always better than to war. So do you think enough is done in this area of jaw? And what can Singapore actually do to facilitate that?
And words are always better than bullets, right? But there's a context. You can have dialogue if the rules are known. What happens if the rule maker decides that the rules that he previously applied don't apply today? For example, like WTO.
How Singapore can actually facilitate dialogues apart from providing tables and chairs for the discussion or dialogues? Any role that we can play?
You should be very happy if people want to come here and you can provide table and chairs. At least you can listen in. And we're better off preparing for internal stability, forming partnerships. I think that when the times are hard, we can at least assure some supply chains, which I see what PM Wong is doing, and I think they understand what the difficulty is, and they're really at heart and working at it.
A lot of ministers, when they retire, they are known to join boards, join whatever organizations, but we haven't heard anything like that from you.
No, I'm retired. I retired from politics. I've been working very hard for 40 over years. People sometimes have a negative reaction to retirement. One is that there's this lack of structure, right? You're working, you go to work, and that structure keeps you going. Structure is not life. How I approached it was I wanted to reclaim my life before politics. Going around, eating at hawker centers, going on short holidays with family.
So no one has approached you to go on some kind of board or
there are a few requests,
directorship?
but we'll see what comes. I mean, I have no need for actualization. If I haven't actualized by now, I can't believe that I can do much more actualization. But do it if you think it adds value, and that's just been my abiding motto.
On that note, thank you so much, Dr. Eng, for your time.
No.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks again.
It's my liberation day.